Welcome into Tiger Talks Wrestling. I am your host, Tony. I am joined today by my co-host, Mr. Awesome, and our very special guest. Everybody, in Tiger Talks Wrestling, we're here today for our NXT, the Great American Bash prediction show. Joined today by mainly the King of Mittensville, the almighty Shazam. John, welcome in.
What up? How's it going?
And of course, we also got going pretty good. How about you?
Doing good.
We also got Mr. Chubby Gamer himself, Kevin. Welcome in.
The real fucking show. Just saying.
Right. So, got a pretty good premium live event coming up this Sunday, of course, at 7 Central, 7 p.m. start time for the kickoff show for the Great American Bash. But when you think of the Great American Bash, there's so many memories from over the years when you count WCW's Great American Bash and WWE's Great American Bash. I mean, even when they mentioned it on NXT this past week, even Booker T's, what some of his biggest moments happened at the Great American Bash, including his World Heavyweight Championship win as King Booker.
Yep. And then September, No Mercy's coming back.
And it is.
I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah, because we got the American Bash, and then next month in September, we got No Mercy.
Well, 2 months later.
Yeah. I start coming, now that's crazy, huh? I stop watching NXT, nothing good happens. I start watching it, Dom wins the fucking North American title, and things start getting good again. What? And Rhea injures Liv. What is going on? I take a break for a year and come back and just, it's like I never left.
Well, John was telling you you're number one with that comment. So.
Is it crazy that I stopped watching, Liv gets injured, when I stopped watching in that year, then I come back, she gets injured? What the? Yeah, what is going on? It's like the only thing. It's like it's crazy because she's very talented, but the only thing she's really good for now is selling, which is crazy. She sold her damn heart out, by the way, in that injury. She sold her pretty little heart out. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, he does.
Anyway.
Wow. Hello there. Welcome in, Mr. Mayor of New York, Eddie.
How you guys doing, guys?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Same shit, different day.
We're just bullying John about his wet dream getting injured again for the 90th time.
Yeah, all my girls are injured now. It's BS.
It's like, let's just bully John.
Poor John's going to become a medical doctor. I can help you, baby. Come to daddy.
You know what's even sad? You know what's really sad though? Even as lackluster as WWE's booking is with the women right now, it's still better than AEW.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yep.
One minute match. That I'm not even going to get on the tangent about that. I'm gonna leave it alone right now.
Yeah. And they had
Collision is coming to Grand Rapids.
I seen that. I got an email about that. Like, oh, that'd be interesting. Depending on tickets buys, maybe. See if I can go to that being on Saturday.
Yep. I mean, dang. I had a pretty action-packed week this week. So I had watched Raw for the first time in forever. I watched SmackDown for the first time in forever. I watched NXT for the first time in freaking forever. And crazy stuff happens. And then Kevin Hart dropped a special, so I watched it.
So, Buster, you're telling us you watched everything forever.
Man, freaking Kevin Hart, first time in 3 years, he dropped a special. I watched it. Almost say
Pretty much did.
it's good. I liked it. But anyway, we're not here. We're here to wet the marks whistles with some wrestling.
Oh my God.
They don't want to hear about all that other crap.
Oh my God. Oh. Well, I'm watching right now. I'm going down SummerSlam's memory lane. I'm watching the pay-per-view I actually was at. SummerSlam 98.
See, I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm watching the entire 2004 archives. Watching all the SmackDowns from 2004, all leading up to the pay-per-views. Because 2004 was a little crazy. And I'm on to the one that I actually watched live, where Kurt Angle shot the Big Show with a tranquilizer gun. And shaved him.
Nice.
And I think that's the same year that Michael Cole almost got raped by Heidenreich.
I remember that. Oh my God.
God.
What's 04
Right?
was
Yeah.
the guy? Was 04 when that guy was the pirate?
Paul Burchill?
Yeah, was he the pirate in 04?
I think it was.
Wasn't that more 06?
Yep.
Or was that 06? It could have been. I can't
Right
remember.
around there, yeah.
Because you had
This is-
that
it's-
set up for SmackDown.
Yeah. So we're really not going to just sit here and not talk about the moment where Kurt Angle got thrown off the balcony and we thought he died.
Yeah, when he was in his wheelchair.
That was in 2004 as well. Yeah, I think the one that the one I'm on now is right where Farouk and Bradshaw were still together, and he's just about ready to turn. So he's just about JB, like Bradshaw's about to become one of the best heels on there right now. That's where I'm at right now, where he's just turning over. Not quite yet, but it's in a few weeks. He's going to turn over to JBL. So.
Pretty much the end of the APA at that point in time.
Yep. That's when Farouk gets fired, and let's be honest here, Bradshaw becomes the most interesting he's ever been in his entire career. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Honestly.
Let's call it like it is.
Well,
I hated JBL growing up, dude. I hated JBL and Kurt Angle growing up, dude. I couldn't stand those two. But now, as I'm older now, looking back, I'm like, I really freaking love how, now that I understand the art a lot more and stuff, I'm like, dude, I fucking love JBL as a character.
Right. Well, anywho.
I mean, dude, he literally got a title match because he was chasing Mexicans down the border, back across the border. That's how he got his title match. Dude, this is America. We speak English in America.
Well, some of us do anyway.
Good Lord. Oh, man. I loved it. Anyway, go ahead. My fault.
Anyway, that's for another place and time. Let's go back into the Great American Bash now. That's for the kickoff show. Actually having a match on the pre-show. So the pre-show will actually start at 7 instead of 8. That's what they're saying. Got the 8-person mixed tag team match. You got Metaphor, Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend, Oro Mensa, and Noam Dar. Facing off against Ulyssa Leone. I'm going to butcher their names probably. Valentina Feroz, and Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier. All of it over the Heritage Cup.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm most likely not even gonna watch the show. I'm just gonna be 100. I'll be too busy getting snacks ready.
Man, already got anything to say about this match?
It should have never been booked. But I'm gonna go with Nathan Frazier's team. But yeah, I couldn't figure out the storyline when it started. Guy was in a coma because of a cup. Ooh, yeah.
All right.
So
I want you to look very carefully.
Yeah.
If it's heads, we'll go with Lash Legend.
Yeah.
And her team. If it's tails, we'll go for Dragon Lee and his team.
Whatever works.
Not touching it. Can you see that? I'll pick it up just like how I found it. Take a look.
We see nothing because you're
frozen.
That's
You're
my
frozen.
prediction. That's my prediction. You see it?
Nope, can't see it.
It's tails. It's tails. So that's what I'm going with.
You're going with Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier and company.
Yep. So I'm not going to watch it, so I don't really care. So I'll be watching the real show. So.
Before you're interrupted by Busta, what were you saying, Eddie, about your pick for that?
Well, they're fighting over a cup. So, long as it doesn't have alcohol in it, I don't care who wins. You know.
What do you got, John?
I got Lee, Frazier, and the Mexicools winning.
The Mexico. God, I love your names. You got the new Quebecers. You got the new Mexico. I mean, Jesus, John.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Dragon Lee to come out in the freaking lawnmower. Walt Frazier be like, remember, we're not Mexicans. And then Dragon Lee come in, we Mexico.
Yeah, oh my God. This is why John's my brother, because he comes up with names. I go like, this is why I love you, bro.
You're going to really make me get this live stream copywritten, aren't you? I played the damn Mexico song and had Dragon Lee come out too.
Oh my God.
And, I'm actually going to go apple of you guys and go with Metaphor winning this one. I could see him with the whole Heritage Cup situation going on, maybe have Noam Dar pin Nathan Frazier, and that'll lead to the rematch for the actual Heritage Cup.
Yeah. You know, but I got to say, I love when Shawn Michaels try to create WrestleMania 10 with the ladder match with the Intercontinental titles. Let's do 2 cups.
Yeah.
You know.
Get Noam Dar to snap on his...
We'll call it the International Heritage Championship.
Yeah.
All right. Move on from there. The main show, we'll start with this match. Blair Davenport versus Roxanne Perez in a Weapons Wild match. Of course, this past Tuesday on NXT, they had those two go at it in a supermarket or gas station, whatever you want to call it. Kind of reminiscent of how Booker T and Stone Cold had theirs back in the day. A little different, but
Christ, did Blair go project on Jackass too? Or no?
No. It wasn't as good as what Steve and Booker had, but it was still entertaining. I'll give them that much. Should be a fun match. Don't all take it at once.
All right, I'll give it to Roxanne Perez because of one reason. She has a veteran of supermarket fights.
Well, that's
Has,
what be in a supermarket. That's what they did on Tuesday.
no, but still, she has a guy that's been in one, and she knows, and a guy that can teach her. Okay, it's a Chucky Tucky quack quack, mad. So I'm going with Roxanne.
Decent enough reasoning.
Yeah.
John, what you got?
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Blair won the match they had before.
Yep.
So I think Roxanne Perez is going to get the win to even it out. Then we'll start a lot at No Mercy.
Yeah, what you got?
Okay, well, rule number one: never do podcasts high. Bad choice. Bad course of action. Number two, why is there 2 Blair Davenports there? And number three, I thought Indy Hartwell got called up in the main event. Because Roxanne's looking more and more like Indy Hartwell by the day. But that's neither here nor there. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. For some reason, like my gut is telling me that Blair is going to take this one for some reason. I don't know why. But I got to go with my gut on this one.
That's fair.
Sorry, Andy.
Blair.
Sorry, Roxanne. But I got to go with Blair.
Blair has been on a decent roll since she showed back up in NXT. I mean, she's the one that they revealed. It's the one that took out Nikita Lyons.
Don't you say it.
I did.
Fuck you.
Look, I know you want a cougar, sugar mama, but you got to pick better women. All your women keep getting injured.
I mean, technically, I still got big time.
Shh! Don't say it. They can hear you. You might get injured.
Really.
Every woman you go goo goo gaga over gets injured.
Well, in that case, man, that Tiffany Stratton.
You shut your whore mouth. No, I don't care about her anyway. I mean, it's Tiffany Stratton. It's not like it's Becky Lynch. I mean, she gets injured. No one's really gonna miss her. But that was mean, but still.
More into her.
Well, in that case, man, have you seen Bailey lately?
Nobody's seen Bailey lately, though.
Anywho,
But we have seen Io Sky. By the way, I'm getting real tired of everyone teasing money in event cash-ins. Just freaking do it already. Anyway. My bad. Sorry, the THC's kind of taking over.
Anyway, as I was saying, Blair's been on a roll. Come back, taking out the likes of Nikita Lyons, Wendy Chu, Sol Ruka, getting a win over Roxanne. But I think I'm actually going to have to agree with Eddie and John here. I think Roxanne needs this win more right now, and I think that Roxanne will get the victory here in this Weapons Wild match. We've seen her in a couple matches with some weapons involved, and she can get pretty ruthless when need be. So I'm saying not to take anything away from Blair, because I'm sure she can as well and will. But I think Roxanne's coming out with the Duke here as well. Next. Just the way it was. Let's go. All right. Moving on to the next match. We got the in-ring debut of the Olympic gold medalist, Gable Steveson, as he goes one-on-one with bum-ass Corbin.
I'll go last.
Okay, you go last.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Gable Stevenson. Yeah, bum ass Corbin don't have a shoe to win this. Yeah.
I mean, you'd kind of be an idiot to pick Corbin here because I mean it's a debut. They're not going to have him lose his debut match. So Gable Stevenson's going to win this.
I don't know. I mean, Baron Corbin is the one that retired the last Olympic gold medalist we had in WWE.
Yeah, but there's two different breeds with Kurt Angle and Gable Stevenson.
Gable Stevenson, yes. Yeah, I would agree. So the way I've seen somebody put it is Corbin ended the career of one Olympic gold medalist, and yeah, he's going to jumpstart the career of another Olympic gold medalist here.
Only if Sean Stasiak is writing this story.
I suppose.
Yeah. Because he was the debut match for Kurt Angle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. You're right.
Yeah.
You know what really pisses me off about a lot of companies? You build up this big ass anticipation about repackaging someone, right? And then it's still the same fucking thing. Then what was the whole point of you repackaging it if it's the same thing? Just saying.
I mean, we don't know for sure that it's going to be fully the same thing. Who knows what music Corbin's going to come out to, but in a way, yes, I agree with you.
I mean, to me, on paper, it looks like same old bullshit. On paper. But
Right.
we've learned about WWE lately, which is quite crazy to say. Even though they're predictable, they can be unpredictable as well.
Very true.
Still make it interesting, even when they're predictable. I think he's going to make Gable look really good.
Right.
I think this is probably the last that because Baron Corbin's still in the process of being repackaged. So I think this is going to pretty much bury his old, a little bit more burying the past, if you will. So I think Gable's going to win this one.
Yeah, definitely got Gable Stevenson picking up the win here. Don't see him starting his career with an L either. So should be interesting to see where he goes from. Yeah. Should be interesting to see where they go with him after this match, though. That's what I'm mostly looking forward to seeing.
Just don't make the same mistake that they've done with the last gold medalist, put him straight into the world title picture.
Right?
And then take the big L to Taz, and he's just choked out by Taz.
He's just another victim.
Yep.
All right.
And please don't have him stalk girls like Kurt used to do.
Yeah.
Stephanie, Charmel. There's some other ones too. I can't remember.
But let's not go into that.
Yeah.
All right. The next match, you got the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. Quite the build-up we've had for this match. It's probably one of the best builds to a match at the Great American Bash, in my opinion. I don't know if Tony was actually injured, and that's why they went the route they did, with them being just behind bars for 2 months. But it's been some interesting twists and turns to get to this match, as you got the family, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, teaming up with Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT, against Gallus, who have Joe Coffey, of course, in their corner for the NXT Tag Team Gold.
I'm thinking because this one's really hard to call. This one's really difficult to call. And these tag team matches, let me just tell you about NXT. These tag team matches can go either way. That's the one thing I will give them. They do tag team wrestling well. And,
they do.
But I think barely by the skin of their butt, I think Gallus is going to retain. Barely.
Who cares to differ?
I got you with this one. This is part of the family business right here. You know, I gotta go with my boys. You know, the Goombas. You know, I'm going with the guys. You know, I'm going with them because this is family business, and we need gold. You know, because the Don needs to look good. You know, so I'm going with my boys.
The thing is about Tony, he's really come a long ways, especially since his win over Tommaso Ciampa. He's really came a long ways.
I would agree. John, what you got?
I'm conflicted here because with this whole setup that's been going on, I feel like Gallows could retain because Stacks turns on Tony. But at the same, feel like the boys from New York are gonna bring some gabagool and have a nice ass kicking, like the family does. So with that being in mind, I gotta go with the family bringing a gabagool ass whooping.
Mm-hmm. And after that, they have a cannoli with a cappuccino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, before I get into my pick, the disease has shown up in the chat. Jason Atlas. Whoops, walked into the wrong meth lab. Cynic, thanks for coming into the show anyways. If you got anything to say, go for it.
I mean, it's not quite Time of Dong, but I guess he'll do.
No, Cynic's better than Timey Dong.
I like Time of Dong. He's cool. Leave Time of Dong alone.
No.
So when's the wedding,
You
Tony?
didn't make the show funny.
When you and Time of Dong actually, when you going to confess your love for Time of Dong? Come on now.
Never, because there is no love there. Anywho, back to NXT, the Great American Dash. I gotta agree with Eddie and John here again. I just feel like it's a time to have Gallus drop those tag team titles and for Tony D'Angelo to finally have his first taste of gold in NXT.
Oh, he got it right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I can see
some more.
Tony and making the family happy. Congrats.
Good.
From one Tony to another.
How you doing?
I could see where John's situation could come into effect at some point in time where Stacks potentially could turn on the Don, but I don't feel like this is the point in time to do it after they just kind of teased it could happen during this storyline. I could see it happening somewhere down the line. I just don't think it's happening here.
Oh, you mean like almost 2 years wait for Dom to finally turn on Ray?
Potentially.
That payoff was really good.
Story, but yeah, I think Tony and Chan and Stacks are due for a reign here. Hopefully, decent reign as well. Gallus has had the titles for a decent while now, so time for them to move on.
Well, it looks like when I was watching NXT, which I don't really that much, it looks like they're planting the seed with Crime Time 2.0.
Bronco Nima and Lucian Price. Yeah.
Man, I wish they come out with the old Crime Time theme song. Yo.
Right? Just have to change the names in there.
I know. Rest in peace, Chaz Gasball.
Yeah. True hero of our time.
Yes. Really missed.
Him and Darren Drozdov's up there popping some Corona together.
All right. So now we got to move into this one. I think we'll have a field day here. Wes Lee.
That's all I'm going to say is yes,
and
please.
Dominic Mysterio, triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. I'm sure Mommy won't be far behind either.
I'm just going to say this. We got to give Dom his flowers. He's really getting better. Like, he's improved a lot these last couple of years. Got to give him his flowers. I mean, yeah, we can laugh about it and all that other stuff, but let's call a spade a spade. That dude's a heat magnet. And you know who else was a heat magnet when they were first starting? Eddie Guerrero. There's a lot of Eddie Guerrero traits that I see in Dom. Quite a bit, actually. Anything from the way he even from his hairstyle, even is resembles.
Well, I mean, Dom steals Eddie's look. Dom steals Eddie's moves. So I mean, I could see how you can see the similarity.
It's kind of in the tradition of the Guerrero family to lie, cheat, and steal.
He is a Guerrero.
What is it that they say? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Right? So it's good. It's really good that I see him really adapting to him being the heel role so well. First of all, I just want to point out, Ali's just there for one purpose, unfortunately, and that's to eat the pin. Sadly. As much as I don't want him to just eat pins over and over again, that's where his career has come to. And I think Dom's going to retain here.
Okay. Don, ready?
I got Dirty Dom because I think it's going to be that he's going to be outside the ring. Wesley's going to hit a move on Ali, and then something's going to happen. Mommy, he's going to take somebody else's finish and retain the North American title. That's the way Sean books it, that the other wrestler hits his move, and then he steals the win.
What do you got, John?
I got the condom winning.
That's it. Plain and simple, huh?
Dude, it's wet used condom.
My bad. I got the dirty condom winning.
There you go.
Okay. That's good enough. The THC approves.
I hate to say it, but I think I have to agree. I don't think they're going to take the North American title off of Dom this quick. I'd love to see Ali finally get some gold around his waist, but I just feel like that's going to come somewhere down the line. Maybe he'll be the one to take the title off of Dom, just not here at the Great American Bash. Because like you guys said, like Eddie was saying, I could see like Wesley hit his finisher on Ali, and then Dom sneak in, toss Lee out of the ring, and pick up the 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or
you
Ali
think
hit his finisher on Wesley and pin Wesley.
Where do you think he got called Dirty Dom for? He did prison time. You think he's not used to this?
Oh my God.
He came out at WrestleMania in a freaking ambulance / cop car in cuffs, bro. Think he's scared of anybody?
And he
In a
still got his ass
Mysterio
beat.
match.
I don't know. He spent quite a bit of time running and getting his ass whooped by his dad. Literally.
Dirty Dom
Yeah,
is
who knows?
more. Dirty Dom is more dangerous than the Barbie movie.
Dude,
What?
this reign's gonna be more this reign is gonna be the most memorable reign since the Barbie movie. We got this, man. Which, by the way, I just want to point out, I am going to see that this weekend. By the way, a friend of mine wants to go see it, and I'm going to go with him to see it.
The movie that
Oh, we
Sheamus
get
posted
hot.
on
We
Twitter
get hot.
today was trash.
Well, I'm actually going to be honest with you. So, a couple of the little side story, real quick. It's a quick one. Usually, what we do in the morning is when he comes over and hangs out with me, we get this crazy idea of, hey, let's go to a movie theater. I'm like, well, we high as shit. What are we gonna go see? So last time we got high, we went to go see Insidious. That was an alright movie. Shit, we were my high, man. That movie was bad. But anyway, then we watched Kevin Hart special, and now we're going to watch Barbie. Yep. It's a stoner movie anyway, so
Off the topic of Barbie.
Speaking of Barbies, here we go.
Right.
Hey, speaking of
Hey.
Barbies, Dom's with Rhea, so that's a Barbie from down under.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Anyhow,
we all know that Tiffany's with the Ring General's announcer.
I'm leaving that alone. I'm leaving all of that alone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave that be.
we'll move on. You got Thea Hale going up against Tiffany Stratton in a submission match for the NXT Women's Championship here.
So we got Playboy Barbie versus Sporty Barbie.
Pretty much.
We got Gym Runner Barbie versus Swimming Pool Barbie.
I always thought she looks like Flight
Yeah, you can say that
Attendant
if
Barbie,
you
but
Tiffany is improved a little bit. A little bit. Not by much, but still a little bit. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen in this match, but I don't think that we're going to have a new women's champion. I think Stratton is going to win this match.
Well, how? What submission hold do you think she's going to pull out? Because we have not seen Tiffany Stratton use a single submission hold in her career so far.
I think she'll surprise people, and I think she'll come out of nowhere and do some crazy shit out of nowhere and just make them technically tap out. She could always just pull a Owen Hart, knock her out, and then make her just tap like that. I don't know. I just feel like Tiffany's going to take this one for some reason. I don't know. She'll pull something out the bag.
John, you ready?
well, I gotta go with Chase U because it's always gonna be good. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Tiffany. Yeah, what's her name? Nia Hale. I like her. I think she's gonna win, and we don't have to hear the Dream Girl Barbie anymore talking about it's Tiffany time.
John?
I'm deciding what move that Stratton's gonna win it with. it's going to be like with Charlotte with the whole bridge. Because I feel like that is just another Charlotte Flair, what she's like to me.
Yeah, I can see the resemblance.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that's
Only
the
not
submission that's
on the mic.
used.
So she's like Charlotte Flair, only more cringy on the mic.
She's
That's
Charlotte
rough.
Flair with Dana Brooks boobs.
Oh,
She'd make an insomniac go into a deeper sleep. How do you make someone with insomnia go back to sleep? What? Go deeper into a sleep? But yeah.
right. Well, I'd like to agree with Eddie on this one because I'd like to see Thea Hale win, but I just have a feeling in my gut that somehow Tiffany's going to put up the win here and retain the women's title because I don't feel like they're going to have Thea Hale as champion yet. At some point, yes, but I mean, the build's there. They could have the title change, and Tiffany has tapped out to the armbar, or to the Kimura rather, a couple times already. But something's gonna happen. I feel like Tiffany's gonna end up winning, whether or not she has help from somebody, maybe, and Thea gets knocked out, and the referee gets knocked down at some point, and wakes up to Thea being forced to tap out by Tiffany just making her hand tap out or whatever. But
Tiffany's going to win with the crossface.
something's gonna happen. Maybe Tiffany will win with the crossface.
Then Brie Bella is going to get mad at her and say, "How dare you let me use my crossface?"
Brie or Nikki?
Tiffany retaining, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
All right.
She's going to use the yes lock, but call it the glam
I don't know.
lock.
We'll see about that.
Call it the stratosphere.
Yeah, I could see something like that.
Yeah.
Stratton here. All right. Main event. We got the NXT Championship on the line as Ilya Dragunov goes one-on-one with Carmelo Hayes for that NXT Championship.
I wonder who Tony's going to pick.
Might be surprised.
Gonna be honest with you, really like Carmelo Hayes a lot. And I really like Ilya Dragunov now that I can finally say his name correctly. Hey, everybody, remember what I used to call him, Isha? No? Okay, cool. Me neither. Now that I actually say his name correctly. Don't bully me for my autism, even though I do a good job of that myself. But still, I think it's Dragunov's time, man. He's been patiently waiting. I mean, he beat Gunther, for God's sakes. He was the first guy to do it. So they got to put the strap on him.
Correction, he beat Walter.
Yeah. Gunther, Walter. Oh, totally not the same dude. So now he's got to go over there and beat Gunther now. He beat Walter already. Now he's got to beat Gunther. Anyway, it's Ilya's time, man. And he's getting so much better on the mic. It's his time. You know, it is. His mic skills are getting better. He's a badass in the ring. He's got it. They got to put the strap on him now before it's too late. They got to. And they got to do the right thing, put the strap on Dragunov and call Carmelo Hayes up to the main roster because he's already proven he can hang with those guys up there. So that's what I say. That's my story.
Eddie or John?
Yeah, I got Ilya Dragunov because Carmelo and Trick Williams are going up to the main roster to start the new Hurt business with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and soon to be Bianca Belair. So I gotta go with Elio. I think he's gonna win, and Carmelo's gonna shine up in the main roster.
John, what you got?
All right. So this match is all about him. However, the him I'm referring to is Trick Williams, because you're involved in this match. And that's going to cost Mello, which means the champion is going to be the most insane, badass motherfucker in NXT, Dragunov.
I mean, is Trick Williams going to be 100% to show up at Great American Bash after the ass kicking he got on NXT?
Yeah.
But
It's Trick Williams. He's a termite, a cockroach even. He's going to show up.
I'm sure he will show up. But I'll make it 4 for 4 here. I do believe you guys are right. I'm going with Ilya Dragunov walking out of the Great American Bash as the new
I'm
NXT
marking this
champion.
on the calendar.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
All
got it, John.
So here's a fun fact for you. We have unanimously agreed on 2 of the results. The last time we unanimously agreed on something, we were all wrong, which was Roman. Hopefully, we don't become 0-3. But we'll see what happens. Cross our fingers.
Right? But yeah, I just feel like Eddie was saying there, I feel like Carmelo's going probably to SmackDown sooner rather than later. If Trick somehow accidentally or purposely costs him the match, I could see maybe a little brief rivalry between the two of those first to finish up in NXT. But I could see Carmelo joining forces with Bobby and the Street Profits as part of the New Hurt Business. Where the tease this last week on SmackDown. And he'd fit in perfectly fine on the main roster. I mean, after you've seen the matches that Carmelo had with Finn Balor and Finn and Damian Priest on NXT, you can definitely tell he's more than ready for the main roster, in my opinion.
And then you got Cora J
And again, as Buster
Braun
was saying,
Breaker
Ilya Dragunov has
going-
done and his
Yeah. You got Braun Breaker and Cora J going over the Raw.
it might
Everything.
or Braun Breaker shows up on Raw though,
Yeah.
since he did just attack Von Wagner on NXT.
Oh yeah.
But I think Dragunov wins here and will have a lengthy title reign, which he deserves. He hasn't had a title reign since he lost the UK title, so he's proven that he's more than ready, and more than willing to be a fighting champion.
It's his time. They would be a fool. They'd be a fool
Top
to
guy.
not for sure. Especially if he's got big plans for Carmelo already. You know, because we know. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Carmelo Hayes has been making appearances and getting wins on main event. So, and so has Jay McDonough.
Well,
Not
JD's
that I
already
really
called
care
up for
about
Raw in the draft, so
Yeah. By the way, how'd that storyline with Dolph Ziggler go? Still nobody cares? Oh, okay. Oh no, I got eliminated from a battle royal. Oh no, I got eliminated from a battle royal, and then I got jobbed out and beat up and injured. For him to disappear off TV completely. Ever since then, it's nice. I'd be all right with JD McDonough.
yeah, poor
versus
JD
Finn
McDonough.
Balor.
They
That'd be nice.
seemed like they had something for him, and then
JD versus Finn Balor would be a good test for him. That'd be pretty killer, to be honest.
there was talks of having JD join Judgment Day at one point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyway, it should be an interesting Great American Bash. As you were mentioning, they announced today during Shawn Michaels' press call. I'll bring it up here. On the former Bird app. NXT No Mercy coming from Bakersfield, California, September 30th on a Saturday. So NXT's mostly been running on Sundays for the most part, but that will be on a Saturday, September 30th. So
that'll be interesting.
Be interesting to see where
Interesting.
the Great American Bash ends up leading towards heading into No Mercy.
It'd be interesting to see how
I
that
can see
goes.
some of those rivalries running over. Being an interesting, quite interesting colors, being black and white there for their No Mercy logo as well. But black and silver, whichever way you want to put it. They've been doing more colorful logos for their premium live events.
It wouldn't be Shawn Michaels if he didn't make anything like one of those pay-per-views black and white. Him being a former member of the NWO, after all.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we go from the Great American Bash heading into No Mercy. Who will be where? Perhaps Braun Breaker and Von Wagner will have a match at some point set up for No Mercy after what happened on NXT this past week. We'll see. But a lot of interesting stories, even not involving into the Great American Bash from NXT. And of course, 6 days later, in Detroit, Michigan, we got SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, coming up.
Okay. Story time. I gotta tell you this. This may be the THC talking, but I don't care.
I didn't see Adam Cole anywhere.
Oh no, you got the real fucking show. He's got a story time for you. I was actually going to end up getting tickets to go to Detroit. No joke. But the seat that I wanted was taken. And the only ones that were available at the time was the nosebleeds way up at the top. And I'm like, nope. First of all, I have a fear of heights. Not happening. Screw that. So that was out of the question. So I was like, first of all, fuck that. Not going up there. Second, hell nah. Fuck that. I'm not going up there. Screw you. Just saying. So yeah, I was not going up there. And I only live an hour away from it. Like, no joke. I only live an hour away from Michigan, from Detroit. It's literally just a Greyhound bus upwards. Because I have a buddy of mine that used to live, before he passed, used to live in Toledo. So take bus to Toledo, go up to Adrian, go right there to Detroit. I'm there in 3 hours.
Yeah, we're about
that was a long route, but I don't care. Yep. I know that was a long route, but hey, that's the nearest Greyhound that I could take. So. Why a Greyhound? Because, yeah, I can't drive. Anyway.
All that to say you're not going to SummerSlam?
Pretty much, I was going until I didn't, so.
Well,
I thought the story would be interesting.
It kind of failed.
Oh, Tony, where's your stories, huh? Huh, Tony? Don't make me get time of dong in here.
Good luck with that now. Anywho, Well, I know one of us won't be available to do it, but the other two of you are more than welcome to join in for the SummerSlam prediction show. I'm planning on doing it the day of SummerSlam, next Saturday. It's the 5th. So.
I'm ready to do that because, hey, SummerSlam has always been a part of my heart. I was at the first one, at Madison Square Garden in '88 to see the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks.
Nice.
And then I was at the one in '89 in Jersey to see Hogan and Beefcake versus the Macho Man and Zeus. So SummerSlam has always been a part of my life, and you know what, I got you.
Good.
Oh yeah. I watched. I remember my SummerSlam memory. I remember watching the very first TLC match live and on SummerSlam, and that was what a treat that was. And I ordered my very first. It wasn't my first pay-per-view ever that I ordered. My first one was WrestleMania, the very first Money in the Bank, which was in WrestleMania 20.
WrestleMania 19.
Yeah. And I remember that one, and then I remember getting SummerSlam. Such a good event. That has a very special place in my heart. I want to say that's one of the 3 that I still watch on the regular. So I'm definitely watching this one for sure. Might see some friends there because I know some friends that are going. So.
Oh, and by the way, I was even at the one when the Macho Man Randy Savage technically got remarried to Elizabeth at SummerSlam '91. I was actually there with my mother and my grandmother, and the only thing my grandmother was talking about, rubbing the Ultimate Warrior's butt. And that was the first, I had connections with the WWE back then, and I got tickets to any event that was in the tri-state area. So, yeah, there was a lot of memories of me going to first timers, and SummerSlam, was always cool.
Imagine. I mean, it's pretty much the second biggest of the big 4 premium live events that WWE has. So.
I think my first Royal Rumble I went to was the one in 2000 when The Rock won.
Nice. In Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
My first Royal Rumble that I ever watched, like live, that I ordered from pay-per-view. So I remember I broke myself to watch it. That was the one where I think Cena came back and he won it.
Oh,
that was my very first one. I've watched the other ones, but I usually don't get pay-per-views. I don't get a lot of pay-per-views back when you used to order them from your cable provider. So, wow, I never thought that would be past tense. Holy shit. Anyway,
I know, right?
Yeah.
God, I'm old. What happened, Tony? Jeez. When did pay-per-views and ordering stuff on cable become the past? What the fuck?
It has some.
Anywho, Cena won that one, and I watched the one where Edge came back, and I'm not gonna lie, I screamed my little heart out, and then when Edge won, I was like, oh my goodness. I watched that live. I watched the one where Drew McIntyre won, which sucked because there wasn't a crowd, that's what made it worse. Like, oh man, that would have been so good if that crowd would have came off the roof, man.
There was a crowd when Drew won. It was at WrestleMania that year. There was no crowd when Drew had his title match.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But yeah, I wish there was a crowd there though when he won that title. That crowd would have came off the fucking. They would have blew the roof off.
Well, speaking
Yeah.
of Royal Rumbles, I was in Detroit in 2009 when Randy Orton won.
Nice. At the Joe, huh?
Yup.
One place I always wished I could have went to and never got the chance to.
Oh,
Won a
and I
couple
watched
places.
the one where Taker. Yeah, I watched the one where Undertaker won that one too for the first time.
Still to this day, my favorite Royal Rumble of all time, honestly. Royal Rumble match. Undertaker.
If I'm not mistaken, that's also where he challenged Batista for the title.
It was.
Which is my favorite.
You're
Which is
going
one of my favorite matches during the Undertaker era. One of my favorite matches of all time. Aside from his match with Shawn Michaels at Mania the first time, not the second time. The second one was good. Don't get me wrong. They didn't pull some bullshit that they did with The Rock and Cena. Once in a lifetime, never before and never again, only to do it next year. But anyway.
Yeah. But anywho, we'll have a lot to cover for SummerSlam wise when we're on the air for that next Saturday. Haven't decided what time exactly yet. Probably I might go with 5 because I know the pre-show probably will start at 7, but it depends on if they actually have a kickoff show match put on there or not. But we'll see.
What day is that's the 5th, right?
Yes, next Saturday is the 5th.
Okay, because the reason why I'm saying is because I got an appointment for surgery, oral surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was asking. Because I got oral surgery. Because I got to get all my top teeth pulled, all of them. I got to be knocked out for that. Then I got to go back again and get all my bottom teeth pulled. 10 up here, 13 down here.
Let's pull at one point. Anywho, look forward to that next week. Anything you guys want to mention about NXT since we're on here for NXT Great American Bash before we close her out then?
That show is going to go to the moon. That's it.
Nothing? All right. Well, with that said, look forward to seeing how things turn out. We'll catch you guys next week. Whoa, that's